Folks, I'm tired. That is not a lie, but here we are, back to the grind and hustle. Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This podcast I started 3 years ago to chronicle me starting stand up. This podcast is a weekly podcast. It comes out once a week, and this is just a small little introduction video into the podcast. So, down below in the description of each episode, you can go to my Linktree and find links to everything connected to me. This podcast is available on YouTube, which you're watching it on right now, and also on Spotify. But yeah, that is just a small introduction into this podcast and everything that goes along with it. Hello, welcome back to another podcast episode of Al Talks. I'm tired. That is not a lie, but here we are, back to the grind and hustle. Why am I really low on this? Hello? Sounds a bit low, I don't know why. But yeah, so recording 2 episodes back to back. So at this stage, it will be a month of content. That basically, if you don't hear any news for a month, it's because it's been a month of podcast episodes scheduled. So I think the next one after the one you just watched would have been Tuesday. Yeah. So there'll be no new episodes. The next kind of new episode will come out on the 22nd. Yeah. So of November, really close to Christmas. No, not November, October. Yes, October. Why am I thinking November? It's not November yet. Yeah, October. So it'll be 22nd of October is when the new episode will come out. But that is that, I suppose. But yeah, that's kind of upcoming news. But yeah, so this episode I want to talk about my performance at Cheeky Monkey Comedy Club. I got, what the hell is going on? What did I get? I was away for, I was seeing Sam Morrill, like I mentioned, on the Tuesday, but on the Monday I was off work, so I decided to go up to Dublin early and do a spot at Cheeky Monkey, and I'm glad I did because that gig was fantastic. Probably one of the best gigs I've had in quite a while. But then again, I haven't really gigged much. One of the best gigs this year, let's just say. It was kind of on par with the Burr gig that I did a couple of months back, which was also a fantastic gig. Really enjoyed the show. Monday night, it was just the packed room. All the tickets were sold out. It's an open mic, it's free entry. Open mics usually don't charge money, but you can get free tickets. So, I think it was Sunday night, the guys who run the club posted, "Oh, we sold out for the 40 free tickets." Free tickets that just lets the guys who run the place know what to kind of expect in terms of crowd, seating arrangements, and all that sort of stuff. So it's, if there's ever an event or any event basically where they offer free tickets, that's why they do it. So now you know. But yeah, they put up, it was 40 tickets sold, and we'll release another 10, and on the night about another 10-15 people showed up. There's about, I don't know, 60 odd people in the crowd, 60-65. It was really, really wedged in there. And on top of that, you're talking about 60 people in the crowd, and on top of that, another 25 comedians. So it was quite a packed room. I went up and did all new material that I wrote literally that day, and it did fantastically well. There was one joke maybe that wasn't great, but other than that, excuse me, it was a fantastic gig. Really, really happy to have gone down and performed. It was very, very fun. The comedians that were on before me were, it was just there was one guy who runs an open mic on Wednesday called Funny Bones, Dylan, and he had a joke where basically he wore a load of football t-shirts from different countries, and it was basically do skits from those countries. It was very, very entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And then after the show, I was gonna go to the Comedy Crunch, but then decided against that and just hung on with fellow comedians for the rest of the night. We talked all sorts of things, mainly comedy, which is enjoyable. Like I said, I've been working on some personal things. I haven't had the opportunity, and I've been working quite a lot recently as well. I've had the opportunity to, connect with my fellow comedians. Which so Monday night was it was a good show. It was a good show. It was great to hang out with my friends. Talk about what we love doing, which is stand-up comedy. It was really exciting and fun. It was, a lot of giggles we had, some interesting conversations, which I won't tell you about because that's private. But yeah, like Monday night when I got got back to the hostel, I lay in the bed, was like, this was a good night. But then the next night was going to be Sam Run, which I'll talk about in the next episode. No, not the next one. This episode, the Sam Run episode will be before this, so you'll be watching this week after and be wondering what the hell is he talking about. But yeah. So in terms of the material that I did, it was something that I mentioned in conversation later when I was talking to my friends. I've kind of changed writing tact, heeding Malinda Perera's advice, which was kind of write from situational things. Now I know it mightn't be a big brainstormer for a lot of people, but before I would try and write, how will I say, like a lot of my stories would be from life, but other times I would try and write funny stories that are more, I'll try and make stories funny, if that makes sense. As a comedian, that's your job basically, so it has to make sense. But that's what I was doing before, and some of it was working, some of it was not. And also, it's easier to, like, if it's, yes, you can make up a funny situational story and can do great, but it's a lot easier when you're talking about stuff that actually happened in your life, because you witnessed it, you were there. It's kind of easier to get along in that sense. So there is that aspect of it. So far it's been paying off. The last time I was in Cheeky Monkey, did the exact same thing, which is great. And then, like I said, just hanging out with my friends, talking, having a good old time. That's pretty much it. What happened on that Monday? Well, I was very happy to do comedy, especially the fact that it went really, really well, which is good. Because when it goes bad, you get sad. Because I'm a big fan of stand-up. It's one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life, and I really enjoy doing it. I hope you enjoy watching this content. Like, I know the recent subscribers who have joined, thank you for that. Really appreciate the support. I try my best. I will be going back to, like I said, there was a kind of a backlog of episodes that I want to clear, so that's why they're coming out 2 a week. But yeah, so basically the episode after this episode will be a new one with new news, because like I said, there's been a month that I've recorded ahead of time. So that is why that is. But yeah, so as per usual, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. All the links down below for everything, and I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.